if you in a relationship try to win, both lose. Because in a relationship, if you do stuff together, both need to win.
You need to work at your relationship. We just respect what each other like to do.
Unexpressed desires and lack of communication. That's the number one reason why couples split. Hello again, the Pascal and Sass show. Here we are again. Like today, my wife's gonna tell you guys what we gonna talk about. And to be honest, I have no clue what we're gonna talk about. So I just joined the conversation. What is it?
We're going to talk about who should take the lead in the relationships.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, it is controversial because a lot of people think one person should be the one who take the lead. So let's see what we both think about that. So let me ask you this, Pascal. Traditionally, one partner, usually a man, was often expected to take the lead in the relationship. What's your take on that?
Traditionally,
Traditionally, the man is supposed to take the lead.
this is where it starts. Like, what does it mean to take the lead? Like,
Yeah.
I think nobody takes the lead, kind of like the lead, how it is perceived today. The man years ago is the hunter. He's responsible for food, for security, for safety, for all that kind of stuff. And that has a reason. Like the man is the man, right? And the woman is the woman. And she has different responsibilities where she's good at, like raising kids, preparing food, like all that kind of stuff. So I would say he had the lead in different areas given by nature, like just how it is. And she did what she did and had the lead in her area. So I think there's a lot of conversations and topics and judgments and beliefs and directions that politics involve, things, like all that stuff that we experience. I know exactly what you guys thinking about when I talk about that. But it's just unnecessary BS in my perception. It's just like just do stuff together and share whatever you.
Right now, this point in time, I agree with you, but it hadn't always been this way, and I believe it came from women trying to have this woman empowered thing. We can do it all. We can raise kids. We can clean house. We can go to work. We can lead teams.
Yeah.
And at a price, I believe, we can't do good in all areas and lead all areas. And I agree with you there. Hadn't always been that way. But then when I'm a pharmacist and U.S. Air Force officer, I take the lead in the relationship. And it had evolved for me to have this clear understanding, like you said, that women are good at certain things, and men, because strong muscle and stuff like that. It's like he always work in the yard if there's something to be done. But I like to clean and wash clothes, and I'm good at that, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I think like sometimes it's not even about men and women. Sometimes it's just about personality. Like if I would like to cook and do the dishes, I would cook and do the dishes. And now I just cook and eat, and she does dishes because I just don't like to do the dishes.
Yeah.
So, but what's the problem? Am I a pasha there? Like all these people out there. Well, why do you let her do the dishes? Like it's none of your business, first of all. Secondly, I just don't like to do the dishes, and she likes to do the dishes, so she does. Yeah, but you do it anyway because you respect that I don't like it. I know she say, but
and it come back to really respect,
respect.
because in the beginning we had the conversation, right? We had the discussion who should do the dishes,
Yeah.
and then he just
Actually, the discussion was your question to me, why don't you ever do the dishes? And I'll just speak my truth, like, why should I do the dishes? I don't like it. And
yeah.
you kick in and say, hey, okay, I do it.
Yeah, I think it's because of respect, and we love each other, we care about each other, and, you know, I don't mind doing the dishes, but I don't despite doing the dishes. Not like you would just like your skin would crawl if you have to do the dishes because you just don't like it. So I'm the person who do that if Josh is not around.
But it's in general, like you said, it's respect. Also, this women empowerment stuff, like, for me, that from the very beginning, I was completely like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, make the well, yeah, that's an inside joke.
Let's have
Yeah,
about that now.
just 1 second. It's like it's like women empowerment, same pay. We deserve the same. We have the same rights. We like all that stuff. Like, okay, then do the same stuff. Go
Mm,
out and get the 60-pound bag on your back and bring it from here to there. And not like, okay, I'm a woman. I'm too weak for that. Like, then shut up. Like, so it has nothing to do with that. If you want something, go get it. It comes down to respect. If you put in the time, you put in the work, you deserve it. It's not gender related. You just deserve it. But don't try to do something or be something that you're not able to because of physical disadvantage. Uh, but that comes to men and to women. So
mm,
I think at the end, if we break everything down, it's always respect for another human being. So we all deserve through serving. We serve and then we deserve as a result of what we did. But that's again for me, it's like
yeah.
often unnecessary.
Yeah, and I hadn't always have the strong personality. I'm actually pretty mild compared, but I've grown to stand my ground and say what I want to say and do what I want to do. And in the beginning, it was hard for me as a woman and as a leader and as a person who take care of my household before we come together and to like really divvy up the leadership role. you know it was hard, and it come down to ego. I have to let that go and said, okay, what is the best for us in the relationship? Where are you best at leading, and where am I best at leading? And
I remember one time when we had a discussion, I remember that still, you said it to the point. If you in a relationship try to win, both lose. Because in a relationship, if you do stuff together, both need to win. And that comes with, again, respect and figuring stuff out. We do stuff together all the time, everywhere. And sometimes we like to do things because we are good at and it's preferred being done through us, by us. And sometimes we give in and say, hey, I don't like it, but I do it anyway.
yeah,
It's just no big deal. It's life in business, in relationships.
yeah,
Go to the gym when you're tired and weak and you don't feel like. Get your ass to the gym and do it anyway. Like,
yeah.
get stuff done. And I think it's everywhere the same. And I think this is why our relationship works, because we don't have that pride and ego.
Yeah, and I think to find the balance in that is it's not easy for a lot of people, and also for us in the beginning. It take work, just like business. It takes work. You need to work at your relationship, and we just respect what each other like to do. Like, I don't like going out there and blowing the leaves, that that leaf blower was heavy. I was like, "You can do it. I'll" I can.
But I like you watch blow the leaves.
Yeah, but I sometimes go out there and just keep him company, and and that's just how it is. It's like you when you care about each other, you you work on it. You work on stuff
So,
like
so
that.
to go back to the main question, like, what's the conclusion there?
Well, I mean, that's the conclusion of how we work together. It's about respect. It's about, you know, just respecting each other's wishes. And at the same time, it doesn't need to be a man and woman thing. Like you cook better than I cook. And you like to cook. And I love to cook too, but he just better. And you know, so I will chop up vegetable and stuff and then wash the vegetable and stuff and just like hand it to him and he cook. And that's fine. It's there's no ego and it's not like I'm a better cook, I'm gonna cook. I was like, no, it's we work together as a team.
Yeah, for me, the thing is when we talk about business and you have a business, I have a business, we talk with so many entrepreneurs in different areas. If it comes to business, and everybody always, most of the time, hopefully take the time to sit down and think about business. What do I want? Why do I want it? How do I achieve it? Come up with strategies, implement some techniques, and have your um, KPIs and stuff like that. But how many of us do that in a relationship? Not just for ourselves, like what do I want, but what do we want? Like how aligned are we in a relationship with each other's visions? What do we want to achieve? And we that's what we do, right? Like we sit
Yeah.
down, like what and it's sometimes it's challenging slash hard. It can go into the wrong direction. If you, for example, do this exercise, guys, like your partner, write down what he or she wants in life, expect, wish, hope for to have in a relationship, completely individual from each other.
Yeah, redesign.
Yeah, so she does it, you do it, and then you guys come together and you share. It can be challenging because often, like, the dumbest scenario is like you guys have completely different goals and visions and nothing aligns. But if you don't discuss that, that's, by the way, I believe it's the number one reasons why actually couples split up. It's not money. It's not having like affairs and stuff like that. Like, what is this? Unfaithful, cheating?
Yeah.
Like that. It's not that. It's unexpressed desires and lack of communication. That's the number one reason why couples split.
Yeah.
And all it needs is a freaking conversation, but it starts with you. You need to sit down and write down, what do I want in my life? What is important for me? What do I want in my relationship with my partner? And if you cannot share that, and that the hard thing is, you need to speak your truth. If you're a guy and you have your sexual desires in a certain way or whatever it is, you need to sit down and not be shy and, hey, this is who I am. This is what I have in my head all the time. Like, if you don't share that stuff, you're gonna have a problem, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And we just don't care about all that stuff. We again have the respect
Right.
to listen to each other and take it serious, because it's an exchange of desires. With who else do you share that stuff if not with your partner?
Yeah. I mean, we're not perfect. I mean,
Huh?
we well, right now maybe, but there are moments still, but very rare when you know the the devil is on the left shoulder, like the ego is bigger than the us, right? Then you're like, oh yeah, why do I have to do this? But on a very rare occasion, not
You're
like
better than me there. Like, the awareness of that little fuck is so high that we just catch it.
yeah,
You are faster than me. Like, if I get pissed about something, we are quiet. We never argue and stuff like that. Maybe we have some disagreements here and there, very seldom. But you are much faster, calm, and it literally take you like a few minutes,
yeah,
and you're good.
yeah. I think that's kind of my strength is, you know, I appear calm. But most of the time, I think at this stage in my life, I work through so many different challenges that is like, you know, that it's just no big deal at all. Why would you argue over petty stuff, peanuts, right? And you know, I get it for younger couple or for couples who haven't really work on the relationship before. You know, like, this is crazy. People read books about relationship. Oh, you need to make him jealous, or oh, you need to be the one who wear the pants. And it's like, why? It's like, why? And I never read any of those books. And
All it needs is listen.
yeah,
Listen and be interested. Really be interested. And then again, don't be interesting, be interested generously, because it's your relationship. It determines how you think, act, and feel. Are you fulfilled? Are you healthy? Are you stressed? Are you not? Can you share the stuff that truly matters to you with someone that you can trust 100%? And if you can't, it's just like, what relationship is that? I wouldn't want to live in a relationship like that. And we both did, and it took time. But all it needs is a conversation, an honest conversation.
so what's the verdict? Should one person take the lead majority of the time or most of the time?
No, I don't think so. I think as a couple, you should become one flesh. Go read the Bible. You should really just sit down, discuss, find alignment, find a commonality, find or define a vision, set up goals, create milestones, and just do it together. You are a couple. And then sometimes he or she has the lead in different areas, but it's always a together. So I don't think it's like a relationship needs a him or a her taking the lead in general. It's something, it's a relationship.
Yeah, and it's not 50% him and 50% her. It's just different situation.
It's
Like
always 100%, both of them.
always 100% both, right?
Yeah. So if you want to win, listen to us.
So, how do you and your partner approach this topic? Like, who should be the leader in the relationship? If you want to share that, comment below.
Yep, I'm very interested in that, and I'm very sure we have many different opinions on that, and I can read it already and feel it through wherever. But that's fine. We all have different opinions. We have different perceptions and beliefs based on past experiences. But at the end, what sticks with me is what you again said last time. I think that's a good one to really remember in a relationship. If you want the relationship to be fulfilling and last, make sure that always both win. Never go in there and try to win over something. Because if you have one winner, that means you have one loser. And you don't want to have a loser in a relationship. Both need to win all the time. Yeah,
So, both need to lead.
both need to lead.
Yeah, because we're talking about leadership.
Yeah, talking about leadership. So any comments, questions, as always, see you guys next time.
Bye.